Back in 2004, Petr Cech's third game for Chelsea, Jose Mourinho's third game in charge. And Petr, we saw the antics already, the shushing of the crowd, the team huddle. Did he have you believing right from the start that this was something different?
Yes, we had a brilliant pre-season where we put everybody together, and he was the driving force of this is all about winning. I want everybody going every day, every minute, 100%, and we go for a win. And we don't care if we face any other opposition. We do our best, and I think he set the standard really high, and everybody understood where the standard is already in the pre-season, and as well we had a great team. You know, when you look at the quality players that came in, the players who had been already in the team from the previous year, you knew there will be a lot of competition. And I think it showed that, the work ethic, the intensity, the training sessions, and the manager was pushing everybody really hard. And we were fortunate that we have a lot of people who were hungry and wanted that success together.
And you delivered extraordinary numbers, not just you in goal, conceding only 15 goals all season. Well, you actually conceded only 13, 2 from Carragher at the back end of the season, and 95 points with just one defeat, 29 victories. These are incredible numbers, Jamie. Was this Chelsea team a different Premier League animal?
I think that Chelsea team of that season and the following season, I think is one of the best teams we've ever seen in the Premier League. I think it's the best Chelsea team as well. Chelsea have won the title with sort of Ancelotti after that, Conte, and then Jose came back and won another title. But that for me is still the best Chelsea team. And listen, we had so many games against each other, a great rivalry. But certainly that season, we played, I think, obviously twice in the league. Chelsea won 1-0 in both games. The Champions League game was 0-0 and then 1-0. And there was a Carling Cup game as well in the final. But there was definitely a feeling from me, and I think from most teams in the Premier League, that it wasn't about you thought you could beat them. You thought, how are you going to score? It was like that, obviously, with you in goal. Obviously, that back four with Terry played quite deep. Great box defenders. Carragher were loved, and John Terry, probably one of the best partnerships we've ever seen in the Premier League defensively. And then you behind them. I mean, it was pretty unbeatable.
I suppose what we remember less about that Chelsea team and that era is how young you were. You did say that you were all felt like you had something to prove, but actually that team was, by average age, the youngest Premier League champions we've ever seen. Did it feel like you had sort of a youthful energy as part of that drive?
Yes, I think when you look at the 25, it's probably like the ideal, because you have a lot of people who have enough experience, played football for 5-6 years at the highest level, learn how to be in a big club, but then never won anything. So you have that hunger, and then now suddenly you see what you need to do to win it. And I think we had a great balance in that, because the players who were coming in, like Carragher or Paulo Ferreira, even when you take Jose and his team, they won a UEFA Cup and they won a Champions League. So they are all coming in, and you go like, okay, these guys actually, they have those 2 major trophies. We don't have that, and we want to do it again with them. So they help as well in that, because they've been there before and they were still young, and they wanted to. They had a point to prove and come here in the Premier League and suddenly show they can win the big trophy again.
We should point out as well that Chelsea were the oldest title winners, so that team basically got 5 years older to win in 2009-10. And this is the Chelsea team right now. The average age is only lower at Burnley. But when we take Thiago Silva out of the team, as Chelsea have done twice in the Premier League this season, they are averaging only 23. So that is not a reason why they can't perform well this season, given that they won it at the age of 25.
Of course, yeah. Listen, we can make reasons they should get better going forward as a team. They've got to create that connection. You actually look at where Arsenal are, in terms of the youngest teams. They're going for the title this season, and they did last season. So it shouldn't be an excuse or a reason this is a young team that can't really compete for the title, because other teams are doing it right now, and his team did it before. But it does show you that it will be maybe a longer process.